and welcome back to CityLine. With me, I have Brian Flint. He is the Executive Director of Sound Outreach, and he is here to talk about some financial solutions in these very difficult times. Brian, hello, and how are you?
I am good. How are you doing? Here we are all at home.
Well, I have to say, you win the prize for better paint background than I do.
Yes, and I have my colorful socks on, so I didn't forget.
Oh, I wish somehow we could zoom down to your ankle, but
yes,
that'll be maybe yoga with Brian Flint next week. How's that?
Right.
So, Brian, even before the coronavirus outbreak, Sound Outreach has been serving our community in the most amazing and excellent ways. Tell us how you do that.
Yeah, thank you. Well, Sound Outreach is a nonprofit that serves Pierce County, and we serve folks who are working poor, who are income constrained, and one paycheck away from crisis. And we do that through financial counseling. We work over the course of a couple of years with clients to help them manage their budget, work on credit issues, and then also we have employment services. So we help people increase their income. So it's really creating stability and resiliency in families.
So when we talk about, you've mentioned people who are one paycheck away from financial instability. In addition to that, who else do you serve?
Well, we serve seniors. We serve people who recently have gotten out of incarceration. We serve immigrants. We serve people in public housing. And we really serve anybody whose income is constrained and they're trying to figure out how to make ends meet with a limited budget.
Brian, will you tell our viewers what an ALICE family is? And first off, what ALICE, the acronym, stands for?
Sure. It's an acronym for families that are one paycheck away from crisis, but it's asset limited, income constrained, but employed. And, before this crisis, they represented 36% of the population. And certainly with so many people unemployed right now, those ranks are growing. And so we have just seen the huge impact of loss of income for so many families in our community.
Oh, I'm so thankful that you are there, you and your team are there, because I'm sure many people have lots of questions and are afraid. Speaking of this great team you have, are you able to keep your staff employed?
Yeah, so we were pretty easily moved everybody to work from home. And on day one, our staff reached out to our clients and started talking to them by phone and video conference, and really reached out to say that you have somebody on your side. People are very scared. Things are changing very quickly. Almost all of our clients have lost income. And so we've really focused on trying to reach out to our clients and really provide them a sense of support and hope that somebody's on their side and helping them out.
I love that. So it's got to be tricky managing client relationships as you're working remotely.
Our model is based on face-to-face interaction and personal relationships and understanding people's stories, and that's very difficult when everybody's hunkered down at home. So what we've tried to do is pivot. We've been trying to reach people where they are in their homes. We've started a series of videos to deliver important information so that people feel like they have a trusted source for information. Many people are putting health information on their website. We focused on putting financial health information on our website, and at soundoutreach.org we have a number of resources people can go to and updates on everything from banking, taxes, small business, unemployment, all of those activities. And we're looking at doing some webinars so that we can have people ask questions and have some subject matter experts who could answer their questions in real time.
I think that is an amazing idea. I personally would sign up for one of those webinars just to hear the answers to some of the fearful questions that I'm afraid to ask.
Yes, yes. Well, if you have a stockbroker, your stockbroker's probably already called you and given you some updates or keeping you in touch. Many of our clients obviously don't have stockbrokers, and so we're trying to be that trusted voice and that lifeline to help them get timely, accurate, realistic information.
Brian, every day it's something new that we have to listen to, and this is such an extreme time for us. I don't think I ever in my lifetime have seen a time where there is so much confusion and not sure about what is real news, what is not real news. Should I be watching the stock market? When am I going to get unemployment? Websites are crashing. So if somebody is laid off or furloughed, what steps should they take? And how can Sound Outreach help them?
Yeah. So we have information. We actually have a video on what you should do on our website at soundoutreach.org. But if someone's unemployed, they should go to esd.org. And that's the state office in which you apply for unemployment benefits. If you've applied and been denied, apply again because the rules have changed. The feds in the state have changed who's eligible. So if you're a gig worker, part-time worker, recently laid off, you may be eligible now because the rules have been loosened so that more people can get the benefits. So I encourage everybody to go to esd.org and apply, even if they were denied.
Brian, you have such a great network. What are you hearing from people who are applying for unemployment insurance? What can somebody expect when they get on that website?
Bring your patience. Eat lunch before you go on. We've seen 10 million people nationwide apply for unemployment, huge numbers in Pierce County alone. So the system is stressed. It can take 3 weeks for you to get your first check, so you're not going to get money right away. But when you get online, go online first because the phone lines are super crammed. Try not to get on the phones, but if you have to, you may be on there for a long time. Those folks are working really hard, so have patience with them. But just work through the system. And we have a form on our website. If you need to reach out to somebody and you want to talk to one of our counselors, you can request that we follow up with you, and we'll get back to you and see how we can help you.
Oh, I love that. That makes me feel comforted already because I asked the question because I have many friends who are on that website waiting, as you said, wisely eat lunch for several hours. Yeah. And it's hard not to take that personally. It's hard not to have that stoke the fire of fear. So it's so wonderful to have your organization saying, reach out to us, talk to us. We can reassure you that unfortunately that is normal for today. It's not you.
Right.
Brian, you have something called Vita locations. For our viewers who don't know what Vita means, would you please tell us?
Yeah. So anybody who has an income of $60,000 or less, we have volunteers that will help them do their tax return. And this is really important because a lot of people are eligible for tax rebates that they don't know about. And so it can actually put money in people's pockets. We estimate we brought in $1 million last year into the community by helping people. So we've had locations where volunteers will help people. Obviously, since we are social distancing, we've had to close those locations. The libraries and those places we've had, those are now closed. The IRS has extended the deadline from April 15th to July 15th. So you have more time to submit your tax return. And once we're back in our office, we look to open a couple of more sites so that we can continue to help people get their taxes done by this year. It's now July 15th.
Thank you for that, because I know that those Vita locations are very popular, and it's good to know that they are closed because of the governor's orders, but they certainly will open once all of this has been lifted.
And I just want to say we do have on our website, we have a link to a free tax form. So if people are comfortable doing their taxes online, there's a free resource where people can do that, and that's on our website.
Wow, that's fabulous.
Yeah.
Speaking of taxes, we're going to be receiving, hopefully, a $1,200 check from the government. What do our viewers need to know about that program?
Yeah. So the federal government will be sending checks out to everybody who makes $75,000 or less. What's really important is that the federal government know that you have a bank account and how to do a direct deposit to that bank account. So if you filed your taxes in 2018 or so far for 2019, which would be last year's taxes, and put direct deposit information in there, you're fine. The check will arrive to you. If you don't have a direct deposit or you don't have a bank account, it could take 5 months to get your paper check mailed to you. So it's really important that people let the IRS know that they have a bank account and that there's a way to do direct deposit. One way to do that is to file your 2019 taxes now, even though the deadline's not till July 15th, but to do it now. And the IRS is saying they're going to have a website up where you can put direct deposit information in if they don't have it already. So watch irs.gov.
So I often say nobody does it alone in our beautiful city. What can people do to support Sound Outreach right now?
Yeah, well, thank you for the question. Again, I'll go back to our website, soundoutreach.org, and we have a donate button. And, we're not the first responders. Those folks are in the hospital and they're feeding the homeless on the street, but we're the second responders. And we're going to be here to help people navigate this financially. And even when we go back to normal, the economic impact is going to be devastating for our community. And so we could really use financial support to make sure that we're here to help people navigate the financial headwinds that are coming out of this pandemic.
That is such a great thing to think about, because you are right about that in terms of financials. Once we get through this virus and we're healthy, it will be a time of rebuilding and wanting to be better and stronger together. So as we are sheltering in place, and maybe we are not spending in ways we used to, supporting Sound Outreach sounds like a really great idea. You've mentioned the website several times, Brian, but would you mention it again just so people have it so they can go to it for more information?
Yes, thank you. Our website is soundoutreach.org. Sound Outreach is one word, .org. And folks can call us at 253-593-2111. And you can call that number or go to our website to request one of our financial counselors to reach out to you if you need help. And there's a ton of financial resources available on that website, and we're updating it all the time, so check back.
Brian, you are one of my favorite people.
Oh, thanks.
I have great memories of you and your little Mini Cooper. When you got into your car accident and everybody on Facebook wanted to make sure you were okay. So I want to say thank you, to your wonderful team. Please stay safe, and especially to you and yours. Thank you for being such a great part of our community. You are just incredibly stellar, and I want you back on the comfy couch soon.
Thank you.
My pleasure. We have much more to come on CityLine, so don't go away. We'll be right back.